Hi everyone, it's Reverend Lucy at the park again, coming to you today. And I want to tell you a story. And it's a personal story I want to share with you. I found myself in the past week or so sharing this with some friends and colleagues. And I thought, you know what, it's inspirational, so I'll share it with you too. And it's a story about when I was first out of college and started my first job, and I was doing stuff in the counseling field, and I was doing presentations, programs, teaching classes, um, groups, support groups, therapy groups, a number of different things, presentations where I'd be doing public speaking. And I don't know if you know this, but I think public speaking is still the number one phobia for people across the board. And I had it too. And I was so self-conscious in those days that whenever I'd be in a position where I'm speaking, I would get really red and hot and sweat, and the sweat would just pour off of me, and my shirt would be soaked, and I would shake and stammer and stutter, and it was just plain ugly. And I think people got the message that I was trying to send, and heard the information that I wanted to share, but it was just plain ugly. And I knew that on my path that it would be important for me to keep going, that I wouldn't really be able to not do this, and I wanted to do it well. Anything that I've decided to do, I've always tried to do as good as I could. And so I knew that anything in the category of worry, fear, anxiety, nervousness, hesitation, if you yield to it, you only give it energy and make it stronger, and then it stops you and you don't go anywhere with it. So I knew that the way to address this was to go through it. And so I found myself putting myself in any situation that I could, any place, anybody that would listen. I would talk and teach and present and share information. And it was really uncomfortable, and for the first really long time, I felt like, oh, please God, anything but that. Yet I did it. I did it, and it was uncomfortable, and I went through it. And eventually, now, all these years later, I've done over 500 programs. I've presented at wellness fairs. I've presented for corporations, for nursing homes, for universities, cable TV, all kinds of groups, therapy groups, support groups, wellness groups, all kinds of things that I've done. And it's gotten smoother, it's gotten easier. Whereas in the beginning, I would take a bunch of notes because I wanted to be as prepared as possible. And, you know, I'd have a stack of 50 index cards, and I'd just read off the cards. And it was very stiff and stilted and didn't kind of come across with a flow to it that I wanted to have. But still, I felt it was okay because I got the information across. And now, after doing all of this, I don't have the physical response in my body. I don't get that nervous with it, and I can talk to you like I'm talking with you now, with no cards, because I have a general idea of what I want to share, and I can share it and share my message with you. So this is the message for today, is if there's something that you're nervous about, something that you're uncertain about, come out of your box, come out of your shell, come out of your comfort zone. I encourage you to share it with others, to do it, and do it not just once. A lot of people tend to try things once and then say, oh, that didn't go so well, or I didn't like that, and then they stop and they don't keep going. To really give something a fair chance, I feel like you have to do it 3 times, maybe 5 times, to see. Just see. You deserve that chance to yourself to try something and really get a fair and accurate appraisal of, is this something for me or not, and without the fear attached to it. You might try something like public speaking and decide, nah, I just don't like it. That's different from not doing it because you're afraid of it or uncomfortable with it. So to get more comfortable with something, practice makes progress. And so I encourage you today to identify something that you can practice, something that you can do that you're a little bit uncomfortable with, to step outside of that comfort zone and to discover a new you, discover a new quality, a new something about yourself, and learn and find out for sure whether you like it or not. And try that out. I did, and I'm having a great time. I'm here at the park. I'm sharing with you, and I wouldn't have had this opportunity had I said, no, I'm not doing that again. So that's my message for today. Thank you for listening, and bye for now.